Hey friends! I am back with installment number 3 of my recent scent split haul of samples. These are ones that I put into a category of modern fruits and florals. I'm Rebecca. This is Perfume Prescription. I'm a physician who loves fragrances. I have over 1,000 categorized on a spreadsheet and archived in samples and full bottles in my closet. And I love fragrances. They enrich our lives. They help us to build memories and bring back memories. And I love talking about these with you. And I also enjoy the idea of being able to give you the benefit of all this work that I've done over the years. So I'm going to get started. I want to tell you the names of all the fragrances first, and then we'll go through. So first one is London Fog by Brandt. Then we have French Defense by Mind Games. Then we've got Aican by Kajal, Leisure in Paradise by Simone Andreoli, Sensual Orchid by LM Perfumes, Wild Python by Mancera, Nirvana White by Elizabeth and James, and Bali High by Maison de Lazy. So first off is London Fog by Brandt. I was influenced to try this one by, let's see, Jordan Schudie. I hope that I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's Schudie. She had a video called Perfumes for Weird Girls, and it was wonderful. And this one caught my attention because I love Earl Grey tea. I love a London Fog. Those scents and tastes are just some of my favorite in the world. And so, if you don't already know, a London Fog latte is Earl Grey tea, milk, and vanilla syrup. And then you will also often see options for a lavender version with some lavender syrup in there too. So, this fragrance's top notes are Earl Grey tea, bergamot, a smoky accord, steamed milk accord, whipped honey, lavender, sandalwood, white musk, and ambergris. The first time I ever heard of Earl Grey was in high school. I think I was a senior in high school. And one of my instructors had our class over to his house for an event. And the iced tea they served us was Earl Grey iced tea. And I remember thinking that this was the fanciest thing I had ever had. And I immediately started searching for Earl Grey tea. And I think that I did find some in the grocery store there. It was harder to get your hands on in the early 90s back then. But ever since, I've had a love for that bergamot oil mixed with the tea and the lemon, and it's also wonderful. So I really wanted to try this one. So this one is a sweet, creamy citrus. I would have said lemon if I didn't know it was bergamot here, and it has triggered a very strong childhood memory for me. It's not tea related. It's this creamy lemon. I don't I oh, it's so vivid, the smell, and I think it's a toy. Maybe it's in the strawberry shortcake universe. It's not strawberry shortcake, and it's not what was her little boyfriend, Huckleberry Pie or something like that. It's not him, but this is so nice though. To get back to the fragrance. At its heart is a creamy citrus with those light woods at the base kind of supporting it, and that little bit of white musk that just makes it have that fluffy, a little bit of a fluffy quality to it. This one is a great one. I will definitely get a larger decant of it. Okay, next one up is French Defense by Mind Games. Mind Games is a newer perfume house with fragrances that are all inspired by chess. So this one is named after an opening move called the French Defense. It is supposed to capture the strategic and elegant feel of that chess move. There is a prominent cherry note, balanced with florals and woods. It was just released in 2023. The notes are black cherry, violet leaves, chamomile, geranium, rose absolute, mimosa, amber, cedarwood, and blonde woods. So my impressions of this one, I talked about Duchessa from Gritty in the last video and how I don't really love a cherry note that much, and it was boozy and like a cough syrup smell. This one brighter, lighter. There's more going on. It's just more complete than just this one note taking over. And even though this is my probably favorite cherry fragrance that I've smelled, I don't think it's going to be one that I spend a lot of time wearing. I just have other things that I like a lot more. These are expensive. They are harder to find at discounters. So you're going to spend $3.95. Could get at a discounter maybe in the lower 300s, but you're going to pay for this. So definitely want to sample it before you make a bigger investment. So next up in our modern fruity and floral fragrances is one from the house of Kajal. It's called Aican. It's a newer one. I did break my rule about the shiny object syndrome with newer fragrances because I really enjoy other fragrances from this house, and this was something that sounded like it was going to be really great for summer. I already really love Lamar, which I consider to be a beautiful floral pineapple scent, even though they don't list pineapple in the notes. I don't know why. I swear it smells like pineapple. But this one I feel like just promised to be perfect for summer vacation. Kajal is a fragrance house that's inspired by the beauty of the eye, and Kajal is the Arabic word for coal. So the notes are passion fruit, pineapple, mandarin, black pepper, jasmine, ginger, vanilla, patchouli, sandalwood, vetiver, praline, amber, and musk. Two of the other Kajal fragrances, there's number 3 and number 4. Number 4, I believe, is the one that is the suede leather one, that sweet suede leather that is just one of the most regal fragrances I've ever smelled. It's beautiful. And then number 3 is the one that is almost identical to Sospiro Vibrato. It's that grapefruit and ginger, and somehow it just lasts. And no other citrus fragrances last like that. The scent of fresh citrus, they're volatile, they evaporate, they go away, they don't last long. Usually, when you get a longer lasting citrus note, it's a citrus oil, and there's a different quality to that. You can tell the difference between a citrus oil and juice. All that to say, there is that magic citrus that they have, and there is some in here, but it has been turned into pineapple and passion fruit and mandarin. Um, Goodness, this is so good. This is just beautiful. I think of their number 3, which is the grapefruit and the ginger, and then there's Lamar, which is like the pineapple floral, a good balance of pineapple and floral. And then there's this one, which is mostly fruity, but a beautiful, complex, like grown up, modern. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. I can't wait to be wearing this one on the beach or at a restaurant outside near the beach. I wonder if am I going to have time? I don't know. And that's only a couple of weeks away. I may have to go ahead and order a bigger decant of this one. This one retails around $250 for 100 mils. Discount, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it discounted because it's so new, but I'll certainly look first. I may include this in future videos as I spend more time with it, but this is a winner. Like winner, winner, chicken dinner for sure. Aican by Kajal. So this next one, Leisure in Paradise by Simone Andreoli, is another big love for me. I heard a couple of different people in the fragrance community on YouTube talk about this one and got a sample of it and just fallen in love with it. And this one is also very much a summer fragrance. This is papaya, coconut milk, vanilla, and Caribbean woods. This is what a lot of people would call a sunscreen scent, but this is a very elevated sunscreen scent. This is coconut milk. And there's a little bit of that fruity papaya, but to me, it's that coconut milk that stands out. And it's a little sweet from the vanilla. And there's the woody notes that really just blend into the background and don't stand out alone. But It stays very linear. It's just this beautiful, milky, sunny smell. I wore this today as my kind of scent of the day, and I just kept wanting to smell myself. It lasted probably 3, 4 hours. And this is a fairly close scent. It's not a skin scent. It's stronger than that. People will get little wafts of it maybe when you walk by, but it's not a beast at all. This is just, it's this very understated elegance. This is like quiet luxury kind of a fragrance. This is beautiful. And I will be looking for a discounted bottle of this one, or at least a bigger decant of it. The full bottle may be a little much because even with regular use in the summer, I'm not going to need a full bottle, but it sure would be nice to have. This retails $190 for 100 mils. You can get it discounters maybe $50 cheaper than that. I definitely think if you want a summer smell that's like a sunscreen, lay on the pool deck or at the beach, and you have this vision of a white bathing suit and a big white hat and big sunglasses and somebody bringing you frozen drinks with a pretty umbrella in them. This is like that. So good. All right, that's Leisure in Paradise. Up next, Sensual Orchid by LM Perfumes. This one is from the French niche house LM. Um, it is a floral, sweet, creamy fragrance. The notes are almond, mandarin, neroli, orchid, jasmine, ylang ylang, peony, vanilla, white woods, musk, and cedar. And like I mentioned with the amber earlier, orchid is a fantasy note. There is no orchid that smells like this. This is a perfumer's idea of what a fantasy orchid would smell like. Most orchids don't have a smell, aside from there's the vanilla orchid, but we don't usually think of vanilla as being an orchid smell. This one is, it's got that almond at the beginning. Like the mandarin here is very toned back and maybe an oil. You get more of the almond, the neroli, the jasmine, the white florals. There is just that peony, that little brightness of the peony, but it is very much in line with the other florals, so it's not taking over, but it's giving a little bit of that sort of interesting kick that peony gives. And then the vanilla and the white woods and musk and cedar just all making it all rounded and just nice and warm, but light. So this one I think could be, and then maybe I'm just being influenced by the fact that I've just smelled all these kind of summery fragrances. This makes me think of maybe this is summery too. But I think this is probably, this could be all season. This one is light enough. It's indoor or outdoor. Could be a great kind of cozy daytime scent, even maybe a bedtime scent. That would be good. This one lasts maybe a little more than the Leisure in Paradise. It lasts a little longer. Got a little bit more presence. I plan to have a larger decant of this one after spending a little more time with this sample. I haven't gotten to wear it as much as the others, but I'm definitely intrigued by it. Filing that away for my list of things to look for. Average retail $240 for 100 mils, and then secondhand prices or through discounters a little bit less than that, but not a lot. So that is Sensual Orchid by LM Perfumes. Next up is one I've looked forward to smelling since seeing, let's see, Veronica from Veronica Says has brought this one up in a couple of her videos. This one is Wild Python by Mancera. It is white floral, fruity musky, exotic. Top notes are Indian tuberose, osmanthus, and there's peach, bergamot, jasmine, orange blossom, patchouli leaf, white musk, and vanilla. Maybe it's the white musk. Right off the top, you've got the osmanthus and the tuberose, and the peach is there for a second and it's gone. The bergamot, I'm not picking it up. It's blending in with the others, and the musk is just, I don't love it. It's got a decidedly like bathroom spray smell to me. Almost cleaning product like, and that may be coming from the bergamot and the orange. The patchouli leaf could also be doing something that I don't like. But overall, it just seems muddied together. So, not a win for me. But there are people who love this. It has a really cool looking bottle. Yeah, I'm not going to spend any more time with that one, but if it sounds interesting to you, certainly do check it out. It's available on ScentSplit. All right, next up, this one I've hesitated because this one's been discontinued, but you can still get it. You can get it anywhere between $30 to $60. This is Nirvana White by Elizabeth and James. This is the company that was Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen started, and they had several of these Nirvana perfumes. And I had smelled the Nirvana Black and the Bourbon and the Amethyst, and those are all warmer ambery smells. But I heard some people on the Reddit forums talk about how this was just one of their very favorite perfumes. And so this is a white floral. It is light. The notes are peony, lily of the valley, and musk. They call it a tender musk, and it is like a clean white, toned back, not heavy, not like this isn't a dryer sheet smell like some of these can be. The peony is also tender, if that makes sense. If you smelled something like Holy Peony from Christian Dior, where the peony is featured, it's bigger and sharper in there. But here it's just light, and there's Lily of the Valley. This is a very beautiful feminine fragrance. You would want to spray a pretty good bit of this just so that you could even smell it. And if you want other people to smell it on you, it's going to stay pretty close to arm's reach, but it's going to waft around because it's light and volatile, so it's going to move around. But this is really pretty. I will keep my eye out for maybe a bottle on Mercari or a larger size at a discount site. These little 2 ml bottles, that's going to go pretty quick with this light fragrance, but definitely worth getting your nose on, especially if you like peony. It's just a very beautiful feminine scent. So that's Nirvana White by Elizabeth and James. And then last but not least, this is Bali High by Maison de Lazy. That L apostrophe ASIE, so of Asia or Asian. So this house, their description on their website is that they aim to capture the essence of Asian landscapes and cultures through scent. Some people on Reddit were talking about how they felt like this reminded them of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney World. Now, that's not what it made me think of, but it's been maybe 10 years since I've been to Disney World. But I've ridden that ride a bunch in my life. And what I smelled at Pirates of the Caribbean is just that kind of watery, there's a little algae in the water smell. But this is not like that at all. This is a very nice kind of sunscreeny scent. Tropical fruit, floral, creamy, woody. There is a little bit of kind of an aquatic airiness here, and then maybe that's what people were talking about the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, because it's got you riding boats in the water, and then there are waterfalls and things like that. It's nice, but it's just got me thinking back over to The Leisure in Paradise and how I really love that one. So I would choose that one. But this is a second, this is a fairly close second to that. Like if you were able to get this and not The Leisure in Paradise. But this is a close second. Now, I don't need two things like this for sure. This retails right at $300 for 100 mils, $235 for 50 mil. Is hard to find on discounters. I don't think I'll be getting this one, but it is a very nice scent. This is an elevated sunscreen scent. Thank you again for staying here with me through these. As I've mentioned before, I would love your comments about these fragrances I've mentioned. Did this make you remember something else that you have questions about or comments about? Is there anything you want to know about my spreadsheet and my collection fragrance archive? What can I do for you to help you get the most out of your fragrances? or to find some new fragrances to experience. So please tell me all you want in the comments, and I will see you next time. Much love.